Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Josh McDonald alongside Caleb McDonald. We're here at Andrews Gymnasium, and this is Channel 3 Silver Valley Sports Live. And tonight we have kind of a dandy for you guys. We've got the Kellogg Wildcats hosting the Wallace Miners in what should be an exciting culmination to their three-game series that they have played this year, Caleb.
You know, I see the Wallace Miners coming out here and playing like they always do. I think Kellogg needs to change it up a bit, see what really works for them against this team and really take that and run with it tonight, Joshua.
You know, I agree with you. The first two games, I believe the first game at the Silver Valley Tournament was a 7-point loss for the Wildcats. The Miners got them in Wallace and the championship of the Silver Valley Tournament in what was an incredibly competitive game. The Wildcats struggled to score the ball, so they relied heavily on their defense, which limited the Miners from time to time, but they were able to pull away in the second half and get out of there with a lead. 1 week later, though, Kellogg went to Wallace, and the Miners ran them off the floor. It wasn't even a close competitive game at all. At times it felt like the Miners were toying with the Wildcats. And one of the more difficult parts of that to stomach was the night before during their first meeting, the Miners played the Wildcats at full strength. Then that second game, the Miners were without Carter Bailey, who had just re-injured his ACL. And in the first 4 minutes of the first quarter, senior guard Hunter Stutzky broke his wrist. So everything that the Miners did to the Wildcats in that second game came from 5 players.
Yep. And Carter Bailey is a defensive stud and can lock anybody down. Stutzky is their corner shooter, which was they were losing 2 big parts of that team, Josh. It was kind of crazy to see how the other guys on the court took over in place of those guys.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting to watch how the Miners have adjusted. However, in that regard, with those guys being absent, the Miners boast a 13-1 record for the season. Their first loss of the season came about 8 days ago to Genesis Prep, a team that they had already beat once this season. They lost to Genesis Prep 45-36, so a close competitive game. But in that time, the Miners have knocked off Kellogg twice, St. Mary's once, every team in the Intermountain League, Timberlake, Bonners Ferry, Priest River, and they beat St. Mary's. They beat Lakeside twice.
And the thing about Wallace is everybody's always like, oh, this offense is so great. They held the Badgers to 7 points in 2 quarters. I've never seen that actually happen in a high school varsity basketball game, Josh.
The Miners had kind of rested on the fact that they are a very capable offensive team, and they're going to score bucket for bucket with you. Defensively, they might take some breaks. Not this year. This year, they lock in on defense, and that's on the backs of 2 defensive studs they have in Logan Brantz and Logan Hull. Those 2 play killer defense, and in return, Eric Brackenbush and Zach Welch are freed up to just score at will. And on the other side, though, we have the Kellogg Wildcats.
Yep.
This is one of the more athletic Kellogg teams we've had in a while. Unfortunately, athletic doesn't always mean skill. And with a 3-13 record coming into this ball game, including a really rough loss the other night against Timberlake, the Wildcats are looking to get something going here. And, what better way than to start with by beating a team that has already beaten you twice. Yep. So, who knows what could happen. But real quick, we're going to take a break. We're going to have our national anthem. So we'll be right back. Thanks for watching Channel 3 Sports. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I love when the Kellogg Wildcat Pep Band and the JROTC do that. I feel like it's one of the things about Kellogg basketball games that's the most fun. But I'm Josh McDonald alongside Caleb McDonald. We're here at Andrews Gymnasium for this Silver Valley rivalry matchup between the Kellogg Wildcats and the Wallace Miners. Real quick starting lineup for the visiting Wallace Miners. It's going to be senior Eric Brackenbush, senior Tristan Neubauer, senior Logan Brantz, junior Logan Hull, and senior Zach Welch. Starting tonight for the Kellogg Wildcats is going to be senior Raiden Ricketts, senior Brennan Atkins, a junior Graydon Nearing, a sophomore Logan Jerome, and a junior, Gavin Luna. So the Wildcats are going to need big performances out of Raiden Ricketts. They're going to need big performances out of Raiden Ricketts if we're going to see any sort of game tonight. We're going to see any sort of game tonight. It's going to have to be big time for Brennan Atkins. So taking the tip, it's going to be Raiden Ricketts and Eric Brackebush. And the ball is up. And the Miners are going to control the tip here. Wildcats kind of expecting that, going with a defensive tip. Welch with the ball. We tell you what, this Zach Welch can shoot the ball from anywhere on this side of half court. Kellogg's going to have to be very careful with him all game long. And Graydon Nearing is going to draw a quick offensive foul on Eric Brackebush. The Miner crowd not really liking that, but Graydon Nearing maintained his footwork.
And that's going to be a big thing for them, is getting Brackebush into foul trouble early, take away one of those pieces.
Yeah, that's going to have to be one of the things they do. Here's Atkins with the ball, picks up his dribble, finds Graydon Nearing. Nearing out top, guarded. Miners look like, appears they're in a bit, no, they're playing man-to-man. At first I thought it was a zone. Ricketts and Atkins playing kind of a two-man game here. Atkins backs out, kicks it down into the corner. They're looking to go inside. They find Graydon Nearing. Nearing's going to get popped for a travel there. Caught it, and I think he was looking for something else. He was looking for something else there, and the door closed on him. So,
before that turnover, though, that was the most offensive sounded passing, dribbling that I've seen the Wildcats do this year. That nice little set there.
And we're going to get an exceptionally late whistle on that call right there. Oh, no! Oh, they're going to call that foul on Zach Welch.
Whoa.
I am absolutely stunned that was the call. I thought it was just a really late block. But it's going to be charged to Zach Welch. So the Miners pick up their second team foul here. Atkins with the ball, dumps it off to Nearing. Nearing's going to find Logan Jerome. Logan Jerome's been playing great for the Wildcats lately. Atkins is going to attack, gets way down deep into the paint, misses wildly. Rebound Brackebush. He's coming the other way. And Miners are going to have to settle down and make the most of this possession here. Their first two possessions have probably lasted a combined 10 seconds. Welch is going to fire from deep, hits the front of the rim. No good. Rebound Luna. Wildcats moving the ball up. Graydon Nearing pops a three, rims off. Rebound Hull for the Miners. And he's going to take his time. Miners are going to take their time bringing this ball back up. Brackebush gets down, dribbles it off his foot. And what's fun about this Logan Jerome, Eric Brackebush matchup is these are actually cousins. They're cousins out there playing against one another. So a bit of a friendly rivalry there. But
it's always a good time.
I think both of them would like to win. And Raiden Ricketts is going to attack. A lot of contact, no good. Luna with the rebound and the putback, but just too hard. And Luna has struggled from the floor this season with those putbacks. He's been a great defensive anchor for the Wildcats, but he has struggled offensively. And the Wildcats desperately need him to be the absolutely dominant presence we know he's capable of. He is absolutely one of the biggest kids, and for as athletic as he is, Wildcats get another decent look. Eric Brackebush with a nice swat. He's in transition. He's going to pull up off the front of the rim, gets his own rebound, goes up. He's going to get fouled, and that's going to be charged to Graydon Nearing.
Which I'm not even really sure about. He was straight up hand on the ball. I would have called a jump ball before anything there, Josh.
I actually saw the contact on the elbow. From my angle, Caleb.
I'm going to be biased towards the Cats. I have to. just a little bit.
Eric Brackebush knocks down his first free throw to end this scoring drought. But just absolutely frenetic pace to begin this ball game. Brackenbush's second free throw rims off. Graydon Nearing with the rebound. Nearing has looked aggressive here early, and he's going to get stripped from behind by Zach Welch. Back come the Miners. They're leading 1-0 here with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Welch fires from deep. No good. Rebound Ricketts. Ricketts is going to find Atkins, and Atkins is going to bring this ball up to set up the Wildcat offense. And this Miner team, in their classification, actually really in any of the classifications, 3A or smaller, they are terrific this year. And Logan Jerome draws Eric Brackenbush's second foul. And they're calling it on the ground, I believe. They're not calling it a shooting foul. But the importance there is that it's Brackenbush's second here just 3 minutes into this ball game. He's picked up 2 quick ones. Wildcat crowd upset that that's not a shooting foul. But I think the real reward for them is that Brackenbush is heading to the bench.
Yep. Like I said, get rid of one of those pieces.
And Logan Jerome down in the post goes up for 2. And that's the first made field goal we've had this game. Zach Welch dribbles into contact. Gets away with a bit of a push-off, but Raiden Ricketts up off the contact, and he's going to tip the ball out of bounds. And right now the Wildcats look more defensively sound than we have seen them in a long time, holding this very talented Miner offense to no field goals here halfway through the first quarter.
Well, these refs are letting both sides go foul-wise. A little bit of physical basketball from both teams, and the Wildcats are really striving and using that and taking advantage of the fact that they can be a little bit more aggressive.
Quite personally, the thing that has surprised me the most is that we've seen Zach Welch dribble into the trap on 3 different occasions here. That is not something we normally see. He's usually the one to pass the ball. Look for the Miners to try to get a quick seal here to get a bucket. Hunter Stutzky gets the inbounds, and Stutzky playing his second game back from a broken wrist. He broke his wrist in the last matchup with the Wildcats, and right now the Wildcats and the Miners are just playing an incredibly physical ball game. Zach Welch is going to slice and dice his way to the rim, and Logan Jerome tried to draw the foul, but he went down a little bit before the contact got there, and he's going to pick up his first foul, the team's second foul, and he's going to send Welch to the line for the and one.
That was a little bit of a LeBron move there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, my goodness. Welch's free throw pops out, but Brantz gets the rebound. Out to Welch. He fires a deep 3. No good. Rebound, Ricketts. Ricketts fires the long pass to Brennan Atkins. Not a pass you want to see thrown. Fortunately, Atkins caught it. Atkins and Ricketts, 2-man game here. Ricketts is going to drive down deep. A lot of contact, no foul. Rebound, Neubauer. Miners coming back the other way, and the Wildcats wisely extending as soon as Welch crosses half court. Hole with the ball. His pass is stolen by Graydon Nearing. Nearing defensively has been just terrific here in this first half of this ball game. He's going to put up a 3, and it's nothing but net. It's a 5-3 ball game. And this is the most engaged I've seen either of this Wildcat crowd all season long. They're on their feet. They're excited. Stutzy's going to fire a 3 from the corner, and he's going to silence the Kellogg crowd with a big shot there. It's a 6-5 ball game here with 3:22 left in the first quarter. And it has been exciting to say the very least, Caleb.
This is fun basketball right now. Both teams playing hard and physical.
And this is what I think we've wanted to see from the Wildcats at various times this year is defensive toughness, especially when they struggle to put up points. And against this Wallace team they can score with the best of them. Oh, Raiden Ricketts. That shot was down in the basket and rimmed out. This is what happened to him the other night against Timberlake. I feel like he had about 10 of those. Stutzy's going to try his second shot from 3. No good. Rebound, Logan Holt kicks it out to Welch. Welch's 3 is up, and it's in. And it's a 9-5 ball game here. And this is what you don't want to let Wallace do, is start shooting uncontested threes, because they like to make the uncontested ones. pick and roll game here. Kellogg, it's Luna, and he's going to go down low and get fouled.
And it almost looks like he's not very comfortable with the ball.
And I noticed in the last game the Wildcats played, Logan Hull got a lot of blocks on Gavin Luna from the weak side. Luna thought he had position, and Hull kind of gave it to him because he knew he wasn't going to physically match up with Luna, so he played him smartly to get the blocks. And I don't think Gavin has forgotten about that. But he's going to go 2 for 2 from the line here, make this a 9-7 ball game. But I think he needs to just get out of his own head, relax a little bit, and the baskets will come. There is not a single person on this court who physically can guard him. Errant pass from Logan Hull. And I don't believe that pass was tipped, but referee, I apologize, Todd Bitterman claims the pass was tipped, and none of the other officials are disagreeing. They're going to find Neubauer on the wing. Neubauer will fire a three, no good. Rebound, Luna quickly gets the ball ahead to Graydon Nearing. Nearing to Brennan Atkins, back into Nearing. Nearing goes up, gets blocked hard. A lot of contact. And Kellogg trying to get a timeout. You know, a lot of frustration here from the Kellogg coaches directed towards the officiating crew. Nearing out there, he called a timeout strictly to have a word with the official. And right now, Todd Bitterman kind of sitting in the huddle with him. Kind of interesting to see here. What are you seeing right now, Caleb, from the Wildcats that you really, really like?
Defensively, they're playing very sound. But what I'm really liking is the offense. The ball movement is something that has gotten a lot better. From what I watched of the Timberlake game, the ball movement was not good, But this game, they are moving the ball. They're looking like they can know how to play offense. And the buckets just aren't going in right now. But it looks good all the way up until,
I'm not a huge fan of Kellogg burning 2 timeouts here in the first quarter. Wildcats ball underneath their own basket out of the timeout. Going with split posts and a stack up top. They're going to try to get Atkins open, and just an errant pass from Graydon Nearing.
And Graydon misses Jerome.
He had a wide open Logan Jerome. He was more looking for Atkins. So now the designed play, they're going to have to go with one of their normal sets here. They get the ball into Brandon Miller. Miller hasn't really had a chance to show out like he's capable of. He's had great games for the Wildcats, especially when Brennan Atkins was suspended. He's going to get to the rim there, draw the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. But he was one of the, I would say, bright spots. He's good off the bench in like a spark kind of way. He comes off, he's real big and strong, but he's also incredibly fast. Got to work on those free throws. But he can attack. He's not afraid to call his own number. And more often than not, in a team that struggles to find their offense, he's just exactly what the Wildcats need. He goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line here. Gavin Luna getting away with a big push out of bounds there. Minor ball. Minor crowd letting the officials in. Right there, Brandon Miller coming up with a steal with his left hand. Not very comfortable. Goes up. A lot of contact. Gets the bucket. Gives Zach Welch a little point.
And that's exactly what you were talking about with Brandon Miller. That spark plug.
And an errant pass there from Neubauer. Recovered by Brant to Welch. Welch dribbling deep, finds Neubauer wide open. He'll pop a 3, and it's good. Miners go up 12-9, and Miller is in attack mode right now. Atkins with the ball, resetting the offense, goes high post to Jerome. Jerome off the dribble, a lot of contact, and he's going to shoot 2 here. And as much as I enjoy the swagger that the Miners are playing with out there, there's an awful lot of contact, especially on that possession. Jerome got his defender to bite on the pump fake perfectly, and he'll confidently knock down that free throw. That foul is going to be charged, I believe, to Neubauer. That's only his first, but the team's 6th. Wallace has only rotated in 6 players thus far into this ball game.
That's going to go on Stutzky, actually.
Is it Stutzky? It is on Stutzky. That's his first. Gavin Luna once again out of position. Logan Brandt's getting the rebound there. Miners on top of the Wildcats, 12-10. Stutzky with the ball. He's in a trap. Tyrell Davis is going to get charged with the foul there. But they waited for him to catch the ball on the baseline, and then that was an incredibly aggressive trap, Caleb.
It was incredibly aggressive. I couldn't talk there for a second. But all Tyrell had to do was move his hands, or keep his hands up and move his feet. That reach was really not necessary. He had him going back towards the corner of the court there.
He got a little greedy.
Yep.
Hunter Stutzky shot, fires wildly up there. Luna gets the rebound. Wildcats coming back. Miller with the ball. He'll dribble in. A lot of contact, goes up. Rebound Tyler Ortley, new to the game. He's going to go up. Luna with the offensive rebound. He'll go up off the glass. Wildcats struggling to score from inside before Zach Welch comes down with the rebound. 3 shots there for the Wildcats. Welch is going to cut in, and I believe Luna popped that out of bounds. Welch went up, tried to switch hands, and Luna popped it out. Might have been some contact from Milo. I could not see. Miners inbounding deep. Welch going to try to curl around to get a look here. Stutzky with the ball. Over to Welch. Welch being guarded by Tyrell Davis. Pass over to Hull in the corner. Hull's going to go back to Welch. Welch will fake like he's going to pull. Miners working the ball completely around the perimeter. They don't have a guy inside at all. Welch will fire from deep at the buzzer. So at the end of the first quarter, Wallace on top of Kellogg, 12-10. What an exciting first quarter. We'll be back with the second quarter. Thanks for watching Channel 3 Sports. And we're live here to start the second quarter at Andrews Gymnasium. Wildcats trailing the Wallace Miners 12-10 after one quarter. Wildcats ball to start the quarter. This is Josh McDonald alongside Caleb McDonald for Channel 3 Sports. Wildcats working the ball around, taking their time. That's Ortley. Tyler Ortley misses the little pull-up jumper. Rebound Miners. I lost Ortley's name there for a moment. Eric Brackenbush back into the game playing with 2 fouls. His shot goes hard off the back iron. Rebound Wildcats. Wildcats in transition. Justin Waller finds Ortley cutting through the key. He'll go up with the left.
Great
to tie this ball game.
That's a great look there by Justin Waller.
Wildcats seem more dialed in defensively than they have been in their last few games. Waller playing some tight defense here. Ooh, moving his feet real well. Miners moving the ball. Brackenbush with the ball. They're like doubling almost at every on every first pass to the wing. They're trying to trap, which I guess is one of the benefits when you have a team that's as athletic and as quick as this Wildcat team is. Welch with the ball, guarded tightly by Waller. Kicks it over to Hull on the wing. And they're trying to trap that ball. Errant pass inside from Logan Brandt's. Stolen by Logan Jerome. Brandon Miller bringing the ball up, finds Tyrell Davis. He'll go hard off the glass to make this a 14-12 game, and that was a nice little hesitation move from Tyrell Davis. Brackenbush with the ball. Probably could have gotten charged with an offensive foul there. Neubauer dribbles through the lane. Great crossover. Gets his, I'm sorry, that's Logan Brantz getting the rebound there. Welch will pull from deep. Misses. Brantz with the rebound, ties this up. Wildcats not doing a great job on the glass here, despite having the size advantage. Waller with the ball finds Davis. Davis fires from deep. No good. Rebound, Ortley. Ortley has the ball stripped out of his hands, and it rolls safely into the hands of Zach Welch. Brackenbush will get the ball. He'll fire from deep and give the Miners back their 3-point lead.
That's a guy you can't leave open out there.
You have to guard. Miller with the ball on the wing, dribbles in. Doesn't find a look that he likes. Kicks it out to Davis. Miller, he'll try a three. And it hits every part of the hoop but rolls in. And we've got ourselves a bit of a shootout here. Welch with the ball. Nice little pass to Neubauer. Neubauer fires, and it's in.
Wow. This is fun basketball right now, Josh.
I don't know how sustainable it is, especially for the Wildcats. And I think that might have been a bit.
That was a block.
There was great job by Brackenbush to get in position. Great job by Brackenbush to draw that foul. Great job by Eric Brackenbush to sell the heck out of not a lot of contact.
Yeah.
Eric Brackenbush is an incredibly intelligent player, though, so it doesn't surprise me. Raiden Ricketts staying real good on that bottom side of that press.
And I'll tell you something right there. That's a McDonald thing that we taught him when he was on C-team. Kick that ball out.
Get your foot. Make your whole body a weapon. No easy passes. Hull with the ball being guarded by Graydon Nearing. Loses the ball, but recovers it. Miners with the ball. Welch near half court. Gets past his man, and he's going to get called for the push-off.
And the guards right now are really taking Zach Welch out of this game.
Yeah, and that's the 7th team foul. So now the Wildcats are in the bonus the rest of the way here. Player control doesn't put you at the line, but Wildcats just doing their job, moving their feet. Welch isn't able to get his shots off from anywhere more than 10 feet deep. Nearing with the ball, takes a screen, dribbles in, a lot of contact, goes high off the glass to make this a 2019 ball game. Miners are going to have to be awfully careful and not throw passes that are lackadaisical here. Neubauer almost got pegged with a 10 count there before Corey Miller is forced to use a 30-second timeout. And that's Zach Welch's second foul. I didn't realize that. So 4.5 left. They had to pull him out. They want him to play the entire second half.
Yep.
The Miners were able to maintain the lead and go possession for possession with the Wildcats with Brackenbush off the floor. Now they're going to have to do it without Welch. The difference there is where the Wildcats are best is at their guard spot. So Welch is the more valuable two-way player in this game.
So you're going to see a lot of Neubauer, Brantz, and Hull bringing the ball up.
You're going to see Graydon Nearing and Brennan Atkins really pressuring the ball handlers.
Lots and lots of pressure from the guards.
Brackenbush with the ball out there on the wing, kicks it up to Stutzky. Low pass from Stutzky. They go inside Brackenbush. That's almost automatic for him right there.
You don't let him get anywhere inside right there.
Yeah, that is a terrific shot for him. Ricketts with the ball. Gets the ball to Atkins. Atkins reset this offense. 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. They're going to find Graydon Nearing. He'll fire a three. No good. Off the design play there. Kind of took that off balance. If he had set his feet or even waited, it might have been better. Tyler Ortley with the hard foul there on Brackenbush.
And they're all
Ortley's first foul.
And they're all jawing out there, which is all good fun because these guys are all really good friends, so it makes it a little bit more competitive.
I've talked to a lot of people over the last couple months, and no one can necessarily tell me when the last time the Miners took the entire season series from the Wildcats, which leads me to believe that it either happened a long time ago or it hasn't happened, as both these teams have been so competitive with one another that they've never been able to outdo each other 3 times in a season. Brackenbush with the ball out on the corner. He pulls up, and what a nasty shot over his cousin.
That was James Harden-esque right there.
He's going to extend this lead to 6, and this is the biggest this lead has been for either team. Ricketts with the ball. Gets it back up to Atkins. Atkins with the crossover. A lot of contact. Fires it over to Jerome. Jerome with the ball. Tries to force a pass, and it's stolen by the Miners. Coach Corey Miller wanting the Miners to slow things down. Ricketts almost steals the ball there, and I agree with Miller. With a 6-point lead, they're going to put Welch in to see if they can't get at least one basket on this possession to really put this lead put the Wildcats in a tough spot. They have not shown us this season that they're even remotely capable of playing catch-up, Caleb.
No, not a comeback team.
Brackenbush airballs wildly, rebound Ricketts, and a pass inside to Nearing. Nearing is going to be fouled, but Brackenbush got a little ahead of himself and fired from way out there, and it was a air ball rebounded by Ricketts. Ricketts had Neubauer all over him.
It's a great box out down there, though, by Ricketts.
Great box out. Great find. I actually surprised Atkins didn't pull the trigger here. So far, we have not seen Atkins try anything from range. Nearing goes 1 for 2 from the line. It's a 25-20 ball game here with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half of play. Trap there on the wing. Wildcats still trying, and Eric Brackenbush fired his lob to Zach Welch real high.
Too high.
Thought he was throwing it to LeBron there.
I don't know if LeBron could have caught that one, Joshua.
A little high.
That was a lot.
Wildcats with the ball now. And they're trying to get Atkins open. You can tell he's being chased around by Brant. They find Jerome in the key. Jerome's going to dribble out, find Nearing. Nearing will drive in, dump it off to Luna. Luna goes up off the glass. Great pass there from Nearing. Miners with the ball. Zach Welch is going to lose the ball out of bounds. Miners wanting a foul called there.
And this is the best that I have seen Graydon Nearing play all year, both sides of the ball. He's playing offense and defense, and it is a great thing to watch. It's beautiful.
With 2 minutes left here in the first half, Wildcats trail by 3. Nearing with the ball, and like we mentioned, oh my goodness, off the design backdoor play, Luna, and Luna's getting going. We talked about this earlier. Luna just needs to play inside his own range here, and he's going to be just fine. Welch with the ball. They're swinging the ball all around, trying to get a look. Hole, cross-court pass. And the Miners want to shoot. We are very much aware. Everyone in the building knows what the Miners want to do. They want to shoot the ball because they shoot the ball better than most teams. Brackenbush right there. Wildly contested shot. Still almost gets it to go in. Rebound, Brants. Kicks it out to Welch. Welch will fire. Front iron, no good. Rebound, Neubauer. Kicks it out to Brackenbush, and he'll fire. And it's a 28-24 ball game. I am wondering how many threes the Miners have hit here in this ball game, Caleb.
That's about all they're scoring, I believe. That and mid-range game, that's where they succeed.
Graydon Nearing sets his feet, pulls up, a little bit of contact on the shot. Rebound, Luna, he goes up with the right. And Gavin Luna right now is having his best game of the series against the Miners. Brackenbush is stripped by Graydon Nearing. And he's they're going to call a foul. Zach Welch with the blocked shot, and referee Dave, I believe his last name is Dago.
That is Dago.
Dago calling what is being definitely thought of as a controversial foul.
And Welch needs to be careful right now because he's chatting up a storm. And
what you guys can hear was the Miner crowd really not being okay with that foul. And I cannot say that I blame them. Graydon Nearing goes 1 for 2 from the line. Wildcats still trail 28-27. 46 seconds left. Welch picks up his third foul. Errant pass stolen by Graydon Nearing, but restolen by the Wildcats. Wildcats about to take a lead here. Brendan's shot, no good, gets his own rebound up for 2.
It's good.
And the Wildcats are on top, 29-28. Miners struggling in this press, and Brendan Atkins is going to get called for a foul. Logan Hull had lost the ball, was running kind of wildly, and ran into Brendan Atkins,
who was just cutting back there and just kind of got caught up in that.
Atkins was fairly detached from that play and just kind of got caught up in the he got caught up in the moment, really. I mean, what do you do there? He was standing there, and that's only Atkins' first foul, but it is the Wildcats' 17th foul, so it does put them in the bonus. Hull's first shot goes up, and it's in to tie this game up at 29. 24 seconds left here in the second quarter, and what has been a thrilling first half of play, Caleb.
You know, this is Kellogg basketball, and this is Wallace basketball right here. These guys are having fun. The crowd's into it. This is a game that you want to be a part of.
Absolutely. Wildcats with the ball, down by 1 here off of the 2 made free throws from Logan Hull. Graydon Arians going to drive in. A little bit of contact, gets it out to Atkins. Atkins with 5 seconds left here in the quarter. Crosses over. He's going to get a decent, they're going to call a blocking foul there on, I believe, Logan Brantz. They're going to charge that to Logan Brantz, his third. The Miner bench is going to be awfully shallow in the second half if they keep picking up fouls the rate that they are.
And not the guy that you want to foul.
And Brendan Atkins, we talked about this the other night. There is not a more aesthetically pleasing looking free throw in high school basketball than Brendan Atkins' shot. It just looks good from start to finish.
The spin.
The spin. The Wildcats have a 1-point lead. Logan Hull's going to fire one at the buzzer. And at the end of the first half, the Wildcats are on top, 31-30. I am excited for the second half. We'll be back with a few stats as well as some commentary before we start the second half. Thanks for watching Channel 3, Silver Valley Sports Live. ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Andrews Gymnasium. There's still about a minute and a half left at halftime here, where the Kellogg Wildcats are currently on top of the Wallace Miners 31-30 in what has been a thrilling game thus far. You know, we got the scoring breakdown for both teams at the half, and you know, we're not terribly surprised by what we've seen from Eric Brackenbush, but it's been the rest of the Miners who have been kind of a pleasant surprise for us, right, Caleb?
Yeah, you know, Zach Welsh only has 5 points, which is really uncommon for him. Zach Welsh is usually the leader. Brackenbush has 12. Stutzky hit a 3 in the corner, playing really good. Tristan Neubauer playing really good, has 6 points here tonight. Logan Branson, Logan Hole, both with 2 points here. For the Wildcats, though, kind of a different leading scorer than what we're used to seeing, but something that we should see a lot more in Gavin Luna with 8 points. Coming in right behind him is Graydon Nearing with 7, Brandon Miller with 5, Brendan Atkins with 4, Logan Jerome with 3, Tyrell Davis and Tyler Ortley with 2 apiece. So, you know, Wildcats and the Miners really spreading the offense around. Been a really good defensive battle. That's what I'm really watching for.
You know, and I'm really excited to see how the second half plays out. The Miners do have one thing not in their favor right now, is that they've got some foul trouble, and they only play about 6 deep regularly. So to begin the half here, it is Miners ball. And let's see what they do to try and play conservative here through this third period. Working the ball. They're actually running a set that involves posts. So not the slice and dice offense that we're accustomed to seeing from them. Running 2 posts on the block, 1 at the high post, 1 at the low post. Welch with the ball, trying to get something. Atkins sticking to him like glue. Hull's going to drive in, pulls up with the off-balance shot. Rebound secured by Luna. Luna gets the ball ahead to Nearing. Nearing finds Atkins in transition. He'll pop a 3, and it's going to be up. No good. Rebound, Graydon Nearing. Finds Ricketts down the lane for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Luna. Luna has the ball stripped out, and they're fighting for the ball. And Coach Corey Miller is going to take a timeout. Miller took a timeout, but we're getting a different call from the official on the... Okay. Dago had not seen any possession secured. Corey Miller called a timeout. Referee Todd Bitterman assessed the timeout. Good, solid timeout from Miller there. This first possession of the game for the Miners didn't go the way they wanted, and to secure that second one to make sure the Wildcats didn't increase that lead. So good timeout. A minute into the third quarter here. And the teams are picking right up where they left off.
Really right back to a physical brand of basketball from both teams. And I think that physical brand, like I said before, really favors the Wildcats. Being just a scrappy...
Kellogg struggling to figure out where they're at on defense. Wildcats didn't realize they were on defense. There was definitely some confusion there. And now the Wildcats are down 1. How Coach Nearing didn't get them back on defense there. Logan Jerome with the ball in the post, goes up. A lot of contact, gets the bucket. Hull with the ball, trying to break this press. They're right up near that 10-second count. You can hear the Wildcat coaching staff counting. Neubauer is going to go in off the bounce, high off the glass and in. And they're trading crazy 2-point buckets right now. Atkins with the ball, takes the lead pass. Fires one deep into Luna. Luna goes up, a little bit of contact, no good. Rebound, Logan Hull. Luna and Bratt get tied up. And a strip steal from Graydon Nearing. Luna bringing the ball back in transition. Gets it to Jerome. Jerome to Atkins. Atkins misses the bunny. Luna with a strip. And right now, Gavin Luna playing out of his mind for the Wildcats. And a pass to Graydon Nearing goes Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did he pull his hand away from that?
I believe so.
At first I thought the pass was too far out, but I think he pulled his hand back. Like maybe he thought someone else was there. Miners still on top by 1. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Hull with the ball, and he's going to be fouled by Raiden Ricketts. And the Wildcats, anytime the ball is not in the hands of Zach Welch, they are like piranhas out there. And thus far, they've been able to kind of get away with it. That's only Ricketts' first foul. Ricketts only getting 1 foul there. Coach Nearing wanted to bring him over to kind of get in his head and just, settle him back down. Miners ball, they inbound, swing the ball across. Brackenbush pulls up 20 feet on the baseline.
Air ball again.
No good. Rebound, Brandon Miller. Miller gets it ahead to Atkins. Atkins fires it ahead to Nearing. Inside to Luna. Back out to Nearing. Nearing's going to drive. Takes the hesitation. Can't hit the shot. Luna tries to get the save, but they're going to say it's Wildcat ball.
I don't know what.
Unless it was already out before Luna saved it.
Just a late whistle there.
Graydon Nearing caught, I believe, Logan Hull with an elbow there, and his dad was not too pleased about it. Oh, and an entry pass right to Logan Jerome. Gavin Luna comes up with the loose ball. A lot of contact, no good on the shot. Rebound, Welch. Welch is going to dribble up. Lot of
push off.
Clears
there.
A lot of space with that arm there. Rebound, Miller. Miller gets the ball ahead to Atkins. Atkins fires the ball ahead to Nearing. Nearing spots a 3. It's up, no good. Welch almost gets the rebound. Miller corrals it. Nearing will try another 3, and this one rattles home to make it a 36-34 ball game. And this has just been absolutely fast-paced and incredibly physical from both of these teams here. Miners with the ball. Neubauer will pop a deep 3, and it's up off the top of the backboard. Rebound, Jerome gets the ball out to Miller. Miller going to take his time bringing the ball up. Dribbles, sees the lane, goes up with the right, no good. Rebound, Luna straight up and in. 38-34. Biggest lead of the game for the Wildcats, and Logan Brantz will quickly cut it back to 2. Wildcats look a little gassed right now. Tyler Ortley going into the game. He's going to be big in speed for him. Shot from Luna from the high post misses. Off the Miners' foot, Wildcat ball.
And that's the right call there.
Luna getting a breather. Luna has been playing. I don't know if maybe Luna heard us talking. We told Luna to relax and play his game, let it come to him, and he has done everything that we could have possibly asked. He has been a force tonight.
He is the anchor, like he should be.
Wildcats on the design to inbound play. A missed shot from Logan Jerome. Rebound tipped out to Logan Brantz by Logan Hull. The Miners coming back with a chance to tie or take the lead. Welch will spy a deep 3, rims off. Tyrell Davis can't corral the rebound, so Logan Hull comes up with it. Miners with the ball. Find Hull in the corner. Hull's going to dribble in. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it across to Neubauer. Neubauer will drive in. Floats one up. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Logan Jerome, and Brandon Miller wanted to throw the pass to Atkins. Atkins turned his head, though. And that turnover is, Brandon Miller was winding up to throw the pass to a wide-open Atkins. As soon as Atkins turned his head, though, Miller made the choice not to fire one at him. So
I almost think it would have been smarter not to throw that pass, just slow it down, bring the ball up.
Atkins comes up with a steal, though, there, and he's going to pull things out. A lot of contact. Go inside to Tyrell Davis. Davis spins in, goes up, contact, and that's going to be charged. That's going to be charged to Zach Welch. That's going to be foul number 4 on him.
And he's going to have to come out until the fourth quarter.
He's going to have to sit for a little bit of time here. The Miners have performed admirably at times with 1 or 2 of their stars off the floor. Davis gets the first free throw. Ooh.
And those you have to make. With this Wallace team, you have to make all of the freebies that you get.
That's only the first foul on the Miners this half. Both teams only with 1 foul. Very costly foul considering the physical nature of this ball game. We're 3 minutes, 13 seconds left. Tyrell Davis' second free throw, no good. Ortley gets the rebound up. Big physical move from Ortley, and it's a 40-36 ball game. Brackenbush now with the ball. He's going to have to handle the ball responsibilities. Neubauer with it. And they're working the ball around. High pass corralled by Logan Hull. Kicks it over to Stutzky. Stutzky's shot is up and in to cut the Wildcat lead to just one. Tyrell Davis going to drive in, gets stripped, tips it out to Justin Waller. Waller's pass inside. Saw it open Logan Jerome. And had it not been for the quick hands of Logan Hull, that was an absolute dime waiting to happen right there.
And Logan Hull is that defensive guy for the Miners, so, you know.
On the inbounds pass, a step-in three. Miller shoots it way too hard. Logan Hull bring the ball up. One thing about these Miners, they have 5 guys on the floor at any given time who can handle the ball well. Brackenbush with the ball, dribbles in, finds Stutzky. Stutzky will pop another 3. This one rims out. Rebound Ortley. Ortley gets the ball to Miller. Miller running kind of the point guard duties, finds Ortley top post, dumps it off to Logan Jerome for 2, and right now it's the Wildcats posts that are inflicting all of the damage right now on the Miners. Stutzky and Hull playing a 2-man game trying to break this press. They finally do. They get it across to Neubauer. Neubauer traps himself, and they're going to call a travel there. Absolutely the right call. Neubauer got flustered and took a couple extra steps. A lot of contact, though, but that goes with the nature of this game thus far. Miners still trail 42-39, just under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Wildcats, every time a player not named Zach Welch is getting the ball on the sidelines, they are trying to trap them, and they're being incredibly physical. Wildcats working the ball around the perimeter, go inside, high post, Tyler Ortley goes up, takes some contact, doesn't get the shot, partially blocked, gets his own rebound, goes back up again. Brackenbush comes down with the rebound, and we're going to get a travel on Eric Brackenbush. And right now things are getting awfully chippy between the Wildcats and the Miners. I thought Ortley could have gotten called for a foul there. I thought that the official could have called a double foul potentially, just with how they're throwing arms and everything. Both teams not wanting to give an inch here in this ball game. Aiden Ricketts finds Justin Waller inside to Logan Jerome. He's going to go up with the right. No good. Can't hit. Logan Hull with the rebound. There are so many Logans on the floor. Hull drops the pass off to Logan Brantz, out to Neubauer. Neubauer finds Brackenbush. Brackenbush's 3 is up off the rim. Rebound Ricketts. Ricketts bringing the ball up. Loses it. Carries the ball. And the Wildcats suffer from a real issue of they stop looking at the ball. You know, there's a fundamental thing you learn when you start playing basketball is always see the ball. At any given point, you need to know where the ball is, and these Wildcats have a nasty habit of looking away from the ball, and it results in silly turnovers like that one, where they go to pass to their teammates, and the teammates they're going to pass to stop looking. Errant pass there from Hunter Stutzky goes out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat ball. And the Miners right now only trailing by 3, just need to weather the storm until they can get Zach Welch back in the ball game. They're playing a very good defensive game. Graydon Nearing drops the pass off to Tyler Ortley. It's stolen, almost stolen, and we're going to get,
I think, a foul on.
They're going to call a foul on Tristan Neubauer, I believe. No, they're going to give it to Logan Brantz. That's his 4th.
And I think that was just physical play on both sides, like we've been seeing throughout the entire game.
Only the second team foul this half. Wildcats struggling to get the ball inbounded. They inbound deep to Ricketts. Ricketts finds Nearing. Nearing will spot a 3. A lot of contact, and that's on Stutzky. Nearing's going to go to the line to shoot 3. And there is some jawing on the floor right now. The Wildcats have played arguably their best game of the season here tonight.
This is
outside of the win over Lakeland.
And then on the other end of it, this is the sloppiest game that I've seen the Wallace Miners play all year.
Absolutely.
You know,
Nearing's going to go 2 for 2 thus far. His 3-shot free throws here. He's put this lead at 5 for the Wildcats. The biggest lead of the game was 6 earlier for the Miners.
9.
Was it 9?
It was 9, I believe.
No, it was 6, and they cut it. They cut it before 9.
Did they? Okay.
Yep.
All right, good work.
And Tristan Neubauer is going to dribble off his foot. Turnover in favor of the Wildcats. Wildcats feeding off their crowd. And Wildcats right now are probably going to take their time, I would assume. Ooh, maybe not. Working the ball around. Raiden Ricketts, they go high post. They find Ortley. Ortley inside. Almost loses the ball. Goes to throw it off Hunter Stutzke. Stutzke jumps. Smart. Stutzke knew exactly what was coming there. So a terrible possession from the Wildcats gives the ball right back to the Miners. Miners right now just need to get a good look here. Zach Welch back in the game with 30 seconds left here in this third quarter. Logan Hull with the ball, dribbles in, brushes off the contact, picks up his dribble, finds a backdooring Zach Welch. He'll pull up and in. Cuts this lead down. 14 seconds left here in the third quarter. Brendan Atkins with the ball. Fires it over to Raiden Ricketts. Ricketts back to Nearing. Gets the ball to Atkins. Atkins is going to fire a pass to Ricketts, and Ricketts travels with 1 second on the clock. Wildcats are unaware of the time. Poor clock management here to end this third quarter. Back-to-back turnovers within the last 30 seconds of this quarter. And Eric Brackenbush tried to draw one there at the end of the third quarter. So at the end of 3, heading into the final frame, the Wildcats on top of the Wallace Miners 44-41. I think we're in store for an exciting conclusion to this game. We'll be back with the final quarter. Thank you for listening to Channel 3 Sports. And we are back here with the fourth quarter of play. It's going to be Wildcats ball here to begin this fourth quarter. Atkins with the ball for the Wildcats. They lead by 3. Working the ball around. They've been terrific when they've gotten the ball inside to their post, and they're going to keep trying to do that. Luna with the ball, kicks it back out to Atkins. Takes the screen. He'll fire from inside. Air ball. Rebound controlled by the Wildcats, who gets it to Luna, and the Wildcat bigs. Let's talk about how great they've been tonight. They have been spectacular for these Wildcats. When the guards have really kind of had an off game, it's been the bigs that have kept them in it. Brackenbush with the ball. He'll fire from the elbow. I don't think I've ever seen him miss that shot.
Yeah, me neither. And, you know, it's the bigs passing to the bigs right now on the Wildcats. So they're in sync, and it's good basketball.
Tristan Neubauer trying to force Graydon Nearing baseline. He's going to pick up a foul. Only the team's, I believe, 3rd or 4th. Team's 4th. Wildcats with 1 team foul. Wallace with 4 team fouls here in this fourth quarter. They get the ball inside to Ortley. Ortley out to Atkins. Atkins, I think, thought about pulling the trigger there. It's with the ball out there, working on Logan Brantz. He's going to dribble in, kicks it off to Ortley. Ortley goes baseline. Pulls up from behind the glass. Rebound, Gavin Luna finds Ricketts. Ricketts will fire a 3, and it's in! And it's a 49-41 ball game. Biggest lead of the game for either team. Long pass, gets ahead to Neubauer. Neubauer finds Welch. Welch is going to... His pass is stolen by Atkins. Atkins is going to float it over the top to Ricketts. Ricketts will try another one, and it's nothing but net! And right now, Wallace is taking a timeout after back-to-back threes from Raiden Ricketts. And right now the Wildcats are playing their best ball of the season, Caleb.
This
an 11-point lead. They're on an 8-0 run to start this quarter in just 90 seconds of play.
And Wallace, here's the thing. Wallace is, like we've said, a great team. The Wildcats, if they played the way that they are playing with the same intensity tonight that they do every other, or if they play this way every other day that they do, that the same way that they did tonight.
Spit it out, Caleb.
I know I can't talk. They will win ball games.
Yeah, this is the best we've seen them look all season long. But more than that, let's talk real quick. We're going to take a break from basketball action. We're going to a quick shout out to NASCO. They've kind of facilitated the equipment for this project. That and our partnership with Channel 3 out of Wallace High School. That's Jared Young, JP Webb. They have really helped us kind of get this off the ground. So big shout out to NASCO as well as Channel 3 Wallace. It's been a fun game here, and both of these communities have linked up, and it's a lot of fun to call this game when it's the two communities have come together to make sure this broadcast can even happen. It's going to be Miner ball here out of the timeout. They're trailing by 11. Zach Welch gets the ball across half court, dribbles almost into a trap, and I believe they're going to call Ortley for a foul there. Tyler Ortley playing a little handsy with his defense there. Should have just kept his hands back. He was moving his feet pretty dang well. It's going to be Miner ball. Graydon Nearing stepping off to get a little breather. Graydon Nearing has played a pretty solid game himself. And Tristan Neubauer's pass is tipped, stolen by Tyrell Davis, and he's going to get fouled. Logan Hull not liking the call. The rest of the Wallace crowd in agreement with him. It's going to put Tyrell Davis at the line.
And I think that might have been one of those fouls where he moves his body in the way that he contorted himself. Made it look a little bit worse than it was. I'm not denying the foul, but, it looked a little bit worse because of the way that he was going up for that shot.
Right. Tyrell Davis gets the second one to drop. So Wildcats on top 53-41. Stutzky with the ball, him and Welch moving the ball back and forth. Welch only with 7 points this ball game. And they're going to try to get him going. They've got to try and get him going at this juncture. Cross-court pass to Logan Hull. They're moving the ball around real well, but they're running precious seconds off the clock. Welch gets a three off, and there it is. There's one. It's a 53-44 ball game. Wildcats still on top by 9. 5 minutes, 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Ricketts goes high post to Ortley. Ortley's going to dribble in, and he's going to call a push-off on Ortley. Ortley extending the arm, and Logan Jerome's going to come back in to just kind of a cheap foul there. Ortley didn't need to put the arm out there, but wanted the extra room. And Ortley has played a terrific defensive game tonight. He's had a few buckets, but it's been mostly his defense on Eric Brackenbush.
Been holding Brack to very few points this half.
Welch trying to get another look, finds Logan Hull. Hull will take a three. Rims off, tipped out, controlled by Brackenbush, finds Welch. Welch in motion, off the back iron, rebound Luna. And we're going to pick up another foul as they try to slap the ball out of Luna's hands. And this is the frustrating part. If you're Logan Hull, you're an incredibly intelligent defender. You know what you're doing out there. But Gavin Luna, when he uses his body and his strength right, they're having to foul him almost every time in an effort to get the ball away. Luna will dribble the ball up, wisely cross half court, pick up his dribble. Has Tyrell Davis. Davis will drive unchecked to the hoop, misses the lay-in, just shortchanges himself. Absolutely nothing there to stop him. But Brackenbush is going to get an uncontested three. Rebound corralled by Raiden Ricketts. And Ricketts throws the ball off Welch. Took a little bump there from Neubauer and threw the ball off Welch to save the possession here.
And Welch giving him a high five, knowing that was a good play, Like, I like sportsmanship. That's my favorite thing about sports. And these guys all are showing it to each other.
Oh, and Zach Welch spends a lot of time at these Kellogg games. He's dating Wildcat lady point guard, Jaron Figueroa. So he has, befriended a lot of the Wildcat players through not just playing, but,
sitting
through supporting their girls team. Logan Jerome with the ball. Kicks it out to Raiden Ricketts. Ricketts going to drive in, takes a little bit of contact, gets right to the hole. And Raiden Ricketts, when he gets going, he is awfully hard to stop. He is very athletic and very strong, a deceptive strength for how wiry he is. Stutzky with the ball, fires cross court to Hull. Hull goes high post to Logan Brantz. Back out to Stutzky. Drops it down to Brack. Brack will fire a three. No good. Rebound Luna, tipped out of his hands. And it's going to be Wildcat ball, tipped out of Luna's hands. And it looks like Corey Miller is going to take a timeout. 4 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Miners still trailing by 11. Wildcats taking full advantage of their size advantage, which is something we have not seen them do at several different points this season, Caleb.
Yeah, they figured out that they're bigger, which isn't always, you're only going to win because you're bigger. But it definitely helps in a game where you're trying to put a ball through a hoop. I wanted to point out this is the closest thing that either of these teams will get to state basketball before they go down there. The physical nature, Wallace not having any experience, Kellogg knowing what they're going into. Well, this is good for Wallace.
This is, Wallace has played almost a perfect season. That loss against Genesis Prep, they only played 5 guys in that game, and they lost by 9 to a back-to-back state champs who brought back their 2 best players. Meanwhile, these Wildcats only have 2 players from last year's team that went down to state, and the rest of them are all fresh off the JV team. So, the coaching staff and a couple of the players understand the intensity, but these are 2 very raw teams here, especially at the most competitive level in the state. Wildcats easily break the Miners' press. Logan Jerome's going to go up, takes some contact, misses the lay-in. Rebound Miners. Hull in transition. Gets a little speed boost there. Loses control. Brant saves the ball. Incredibly athletic. Bragabush is going to get open for a look. Rims out. Rebound Ricketts. Ricketts thought about throwing the ball to, that's Brennan Atkins. Wisely chose not to. Ricketts has been their go-to guy here for this run. They're going to get Atkins the ball to reset inside to Luna. Luna bump, hands it off to Atkins. Atkins off the glass for 2. 57-44. Welch dribbles out of the trap. Almost got himself in a tough spot there. Welch thought about hitting. Dumps it off to Hull. Back over to Welch. Miners just got to get some shots to drop. Stutzky dribbles in, goes up hard. Nice lay-in from Stutzky, 57-46. 3 minutes left here in this ball game. Atkins fires it ahead to Jerome.
And that's one of those moments.
That's where the inexperience shows.
Yep. And one bad play from him this evening, Logan Jerome. Logan Jerome has played a great game up until that, and that's one silly turnover with an 11-point lead.
That pass was from Ricketts.
Looks like he should have caught it to me. From my angle, that's what I'm going at.
Gotcha. It's a Miner ball here off the turnover. Welch picks up his dribble, dumps it off to Hull. Hull takes the screen, and fighting through that screen allows Logan Brantz to get open, but it's Jerome with the block. Graydon nearing with the almost steal. And referee Dominic Dyer enthusiastically making that call. Dominic Dyer wore the red and black back in high school.
We won't say that. That matters, though.
Oh, nothing like a little nepotism, Just kidding. Miner ball under their own basket. They find Hunter Stutzky about 40 feet away. Dumps it off to Logan Brantz. Brantz kicks it across to Welch. Welch will fire from deep. Rebound Luna. Luna finds Nearing. Nearing almost has the ball stolen. Dribbles in. Gets called for the travel. Wildcats we talk about being able to win a game. You want to be a good loser, but you also need to know how to be a good winner. Right now, the Wildcats not taking care of the ball here late is showing just how detached They are. They're not familiar with being in this position. So they really need to get something going here. Graydon Nearing picking up foul number 3 there. And I'm quite frankly, I'm a little surprised that, Nearing hit the deck there, playing decent defense, and he gets charged a foul. I actually didn't think there was any contact. I thought Nearing just went down.
Yeah, I think
It didn't affect anybody on the play. Maybe the Wildcats got bailed out there. Welch with the ball trying to find something. Leaner off the glass, no good. Rebound Luna. Luna dives on the ball. And it's going to be a jump ball. Coach Nearing trying to get the time out. Nearing trying to get the officials, Nearing tried to get a timeout there, but all 3 officials closed in on the play. No one even saw Nearing shouting for a timeout. I understand Nearing's frustration here. Miners trying to get a look. They get the ball stolen. Tyrell Davis is off to the races. He goes up off the glass, gets the basket to drop. And it's a 59-46 ball game. Wildcats have a chance to push their lead to 14 here if Davis makes the shot.
And Josh, for as much as you said the Wildcats don't know how to win in this, I don't think the Miners have been in this situation like this all year.
No, not where they've been outplayed this late into a ball game.
Yeah.
Against Genesis Prep, they fouled a lot late from what I was told to try and get the game kind of slowed down. And the free throw game kind of caught up to them. So for them to be down by 14 or 13 with 2 minutes left, I mean, they're not in a position to foul to try and get back in it. They're needing to hit shots and then force the Wildcats into turnovers, because any free throws extra are just going to push this lead potentially.
So what do you do if you're the Wildcats, offensively and defensively?
If I'm the Wildcats, I keep the ball in Brennan Atkins' hands. He's the best free throw shooter. He's the one with the most varsity experience. And you wait till they come out to him, and then you try to go inside to Luna.
Okay.
You ride the horse that got you this far. Without Luna, this game is over for the Wildcats. But without Atkins out there to manage,
I agree with
Luna
that.
doesn't get maybe but half the points off the putbacks. Tyrell Davis's free throw here is nothing but net. It's a 60-46 ball game with 2 minutes left. Wildcats just need to not do anything silly here. Brackenbush with the ball, clear lane to the basket. So that is exactly what they don't want to happen. Tyrell Davis floats a pass over. It's stolen. Eric Brackenbush dribbles in, goes off the glass. No good. Rebound Brandon Miller. Miller finds Tyrell Davis. Davis pushes the ball ahead, walks the tightrope there, dumps it off to Atkins. And right there, like I said, keep the ball in Atkins' hands. No need to rush if you're the Wildcats. Wildcats executing perfectly right now. No shot clock in Idaho basketball, so that means that the Miners are going to have to start fouling, and like we said, keep the ball in that kid's hands, because Brennan Atkins is one of the best free throw shooters in the area. I have not seen him miss a free throw this season.
I think they're going to start throwing in there the better free throw shooters with Graydon Nearing. So I think it's just kind of garbage time. I mean,
you don't want to say garbage time, but the Wildcats are trying to run time. They ran a good 30 seconds off the clock there, and I jinxed poor Brennan Atkins, who missed the front end of the 1-and-1 there. I didn't think I had ever seen him miss a free throw until just then. Miners coming back. Don't be surprised to see Zach Welch try and pull up here. Dumps it off to Eric Brackenbush. He'll fire a three. Rebound, I believe it was Brandon Miller. He's going to get fouled by Hunter Stutzky. I think referee Dominic Dyer doing Wallace a favor there by making the call. Stops the clock instantly. Down 12 with a minute left. I've seen this Wallace team hit that many threes, so it's really not out of the realm of possibilities that the Miners could get a missed free throw here, turn it into a three, and be only down by 9 points.
I guess you're right there.
It's,
Yeah,
this is
they are the best 3-point shooting team I've ever seen.
this is not a team that you can sleep on when it's only 4 shots that need to be made. They're very much capable.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. I thought Hayden Hogemeyer was coming into the ball game there. Maybe they thought Hunter Stutzky had 5 fouls. I'm not sure. Miller's free throw is up, hits the front, flat free throw. It's a 1-and-1, so the lead's back to 13. And I would say effectively, if Miller makes this free throw, that will definitely seal it no matter what happens.
5-possession game.
Yeah. And I think that'll do it. 62-48. Zach Welch is going to have to come down and do just that. Shot missed, tipped in by Brackenbush. Quickly inbounded, though, under a minute to play. It's 62-50. Graydon Nearing gets fouled by Eric Brackenbush. Brackenbush didn't really want that foul, but he'll take it. It's what you got to do at this point. Brackenbush has played the last majority of this game with 3 fouls. So good on him to trim down his game, to play a clean game while making sure that he stays in it. Graydon Nearing knocks down the front of the double bonus. Big showing here from the Wildcats. I don't believe I've seen them score this much all season. 64-50, Wildcats on top of the Miners. Dumps the ball, Tristan Neubauer, he'll fire a 3, and it's in. 64-53, Graydon Nearing with the ball. And they're going to foul Graydon Nearing. And the Wildcats just need to play some defense here.
Just don't let him shoot.
You know, like I said, there's no such thing as coasting to a win. As long as the ball's going through the nets for these Miners, they are capable of hitting shots so quickly. Nearing's first shot's in. That's 3 in a row for Nearing right there.
The closer.
Nearing gets the next one to drop in, 66-53. Wallace bringing the ball up. Zach Welch spins, kicks it out to Hull in the corner. Hull fires a 3. It's in. It's a 56-66 ball game.
10 points.
And Wallace is going to take a timeout. So defensively, the Wildcats are just trying to coast here, and I'm a little surprised by it. Actually, just kidding. I'm surprised to see a Wildcat team coast to a win. I am not surprised to see this Wildcat team coast to a win.
Yep.
For as much as they are having a great game, giving up 56 points, including, at one point, this was a 60-46 ball game with a minute and a half left. The Miners have scored 10 points in the last minute. Don't tell me they can't continue to do so.
Yeah.
Oh, and Denson in the game for the Miners to put some pressure on the ball.
I like this move by Corey Miller here.
Wildcat ball. They're going to get the ball into Atkins. Atkins quickly fouled by Denson. Denson, a fresh player, 5 fouls, nice and long.
Adds that long defense and,
yeah,
like you said, those 5 fouls.
So a good showing for the Wildcats. Late free throw situations here. You know, I keep saying it would effectively ice the ball game. Wildcats keep giving up 3s, though. Brendan Atkins gets the first one to go down.
They need a man up.
Denson going to check out of the game real quick to put Neubauer in there. Neubauer a threat from 3. So some situation substitution here. Atkins' second shot off the back of the iron, and Luna picks up a cheap foul, but it's only the team's 6th foul. So Miners still have to advance the ball. As long as the Wildcats don't pick up another silly foul, they shouldn't have to worry about getting into the bonus. No pressure on the ball. Someone wide open in the corner. Wildcats once again. Oh, and Logan Hull went to dribble and slipped into Gavin Luna. He's going to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 now. And now the dynamic of this game has changed. Not necessarily in the Miners' favor, but definitely not as good as I feel for the Wildcats. I felt for the Wildcats about a minute ago.
Yeah.
They can cut this down to a 9-point game here. Oh, but he misses the front end. Luna gets the rebound, fires a pass out to Tyrell Davis, and Tyrell Davis takes a knee from Stutzky.
And they smile at each other.
Well, Tyrell Davis is from the Wallace era. He grew up playing with these kids. That's Stutzky's 5th foul. And, so Tyrell's he grew up playing with these kids. This group, as a matter of fact. And I can't imagine, given that they only have 7 guys that they've rotated into this ball game, that they wouldn't mind having Tyrell in Wallace.
Yeah.
To give him that extra depth. Stutzky will foul out. I believe he hit double digits tonight. Tyrell's free throw is up and in. 68-56. 21 seconds left here in the ball game. Tyrell's second shot is up. And they're going to try and pressure ball at half court. Welch dribbles up, spins, pulls up, misses. Back iron. Graydon Nearing tries to corral a rebound, but dribbles it. Tyrell Davis picking up a foul on Eric Brackenbush's free throw attempt. And
3.
Or a 3-point attempt. No. Yeah.
You said free throw.
Awfully frustrating here that Graydon Nearing couldn't just grab that ball. Instead elected to try and bounce it to himself. And might have potentially there's only 10 seconds left, but Wallace is staying in this game, and the score is not really reflecting how great the Wildcats played up until 2 clock minutes ago,
Yeah.
Brackenbush's second free throw misses. Third free throw is in. 69-58. Atkins with the ball. They're not going to foul him. Oh, they will foul him. I believe that's Logan Brandt's 5th foul. So he'll head to the bench. Into the game for the Miners is going to be Hayden Hogemeyer. I think he is a sophomore.
I think that's his first minute.
Hogemeyer has played some valuable minutes for the Miners this year. In fact, during the game against Genesis Prep, Zach Welch ended up with a really horrific nosebleed. Hogemeyer came in and played some admirable minutes to keep the ship steady until Welch could get back in. Wildcats on top 70-58 here. Second shot rims off. 70-58, 5 seconds left. Brackenbush dribbles up, pulls up from 3. Off the front of the rim. And that will do it. So the Wildcats take this one from the Miners 70-58. Miners still win the season series 2-1. Great showing from the Wildcats here. Best game they've played all year long. And, once again, I'd like to thank Channel 3 for having the live stream to broadcast this game. And I would like to thank NASCO for purchasing the equipment used to broadcast this game. This was a fun game to watch. It was a very lively gymnasium. I don't think I've heard this much energy and noise out of a crowd in a long time, Caleb.
Yeah, both sides in the game it makes it a lot of fun, and it gets the Wildcats ready for what they have coming up this next Saturday with Brawl for the Ball. The loud atmosphere. So I think it's a good thing for them. Gets them a little bit of practice, and the closest thing to a St. Mary's crowd is a Wallace crowd.
This isn't our last broadcast until then. Like Caleb said, Brawl for the Ball is this weekend, but we will be with you tomorrow night. Kellogg Girls Senior Night. They're hosting Bonners Ferry in what could be another awesome clash. Then we're going to be back with you again on Thursday night when the Kellogg Boys host, and I'm looking to see who they're hosting here. Kellogg Boys against Bonners Ferry on Thursday night. And then we'll be here for pretty much the entire Brawl for the Ball event. So plenty of local sports action coming your way the rest of this week. But once again, in the final score, Kellogg 70, Wallace 58. Thank you for watching Channel 3 Sports Live. For Caleb McDonald, I'm Josh McDonald. Or for Josh McDonald, I'm Caleb McDonald. Who cares anymore?
Who even knows?
Have a good night, guys.